Okay, so here's the multi-million dollar question here.
Sure.
How do you get that kind of raving fan to come back? Is it just the experience you're doing, or is it the brand of the product that's so cool, like a Harley Davidson, right?
Well, I think the brand is a happy byproduct of everything that you do.
Mm,
And so, because I don't think we could just throw up a logo and everybody instantly recognize us in town. We
right.
don't, we can't do that. We're not Goodyear. We're not Walmart. Um, I mean, and I would challenge the Goodyear marketing people and advertisers to say, dudes, when you put that blimp up over top of the Baltimore Ravens football stadium, how many tires did you sell?
Oh,
They
none.
have no idea. They can't answer the question. And they probably didn't sell any because they put the blimp up there. The only time they sell tires is when somebody has a blowout or they're bald. But yet there's the blimp. It makes makes the shareholders happy that the blimp's up there. And okay,
Mm.
well, I guess our money's being well spent. Um, so how do you do it? Well, first and foremost, we have to stop, as small business owners, we have to stop pretending that we are a big company.
Yes.
For example, so I started my carpet cleaning business at the same time as a buddy of mine, and he's actually not too far from here. And we went vastly different paths on how we grew our business. Actually, he didn't really grow. So he decided he was going to be like a corporate guy.
Okay.
And I'm like, all right, Chris, if that's what you want to do, knock your socks off. So when you call him, first, you don't get a person, which is a
Mm.
huge mistake. You want to get ahead in this world these days, answer your phone live. That'll set you
Wow.
apart by a million miles. Anyway, so you call him and you get the machine and you press one for residential, you press two for commercial, you press three for janitorial, you press four for God knows what else he does. He's
The
one
phone
guy,
tree.
and all of those options go right to his cell phone. Why you, excuse the language, you're pissing people off by sending them to a phone tree to push buttons when it's only one dude. I don't get it.
He wanted to feel big. He wanted to look big.
But that's being transactional,
Mm.
not creating emotional connections. So if you look at any of my marketing for my home service businesses, and even some for my consulting business, I shamelessly use my children in my marketing. I it's all over the place. So like my daughter, Emma, she's 17 now, so she's kind of outgrown the cute phase. But I would use her in my newsletters all the time. She used to do ballet, and I would take the obligatory picture of her in her tutu every year at the recital, and then I would put it in my newsletter. And it went out to, a couple thousand of my carpet cleaning clients. We were in the grocery store one day, and this lady came running up to us. Actually, she came running up to Emma. She didn't come running up to me. Said, "Oh my God, how was your recital?"
You're a star.
And I'm like, "Well, no." She and I looked at each other like, "We're getting the hell out of here. Go hide in the frozen food section." Who's this nutty, trying to looking at us? And then I had to think, oh, wait, she's got to be one of my clients. She has watched my daughter, let alone her three older brothers, grow up.
Yep.
Kids have thousands of aunts and uncles that they'll never meet.
Mm.
But this lady is never leaving me. I've
Mm.
created an emotional connection with this person and probably hundreds, if not thousands of others, just by shamelessly using my kids. I would have to royally screw up for this woman to leave me.
Wow.
And so, and I do this with all different things. I mean, it's not just using my kids, but
People use puppies.
what's that?
The people use puppies and
I
their
use
cat.
puppies. I mean, if you like to fish, go out and, picture
Yep.
you standing in the river with a fish hook, whatever. But because all of those things, you have something in common with a certain subset of your customers,
Right.
and it shows that you are a real person. It shows that you are a human, and honestly, when you do that kind of stuff, it shows you can have fun. I mean,
Mm.
and entertaining, I think, is 90% of the battle in small business marketing. Because if you're boring, nobody's going to read your stuff. Nobody's going to watch your
I
stuff, right?
Yeah, that makes total sense, right? You put out the traditional, here's the state of the market, newsletter, let's play realtor here, right?
Right.
House is sold, this is the price, here's that, and if you upgrade your kitchen, you can get this much more for your house, right? Boring. But a lot of people read that because they want to know what the neighbors got for their house, so their house is worth something, right?
Yeah.
But
Let's
it's
talk
it's
about,
not doing it's not doing the connection work because does that mean
well,
that when I'm ready to sell my house, I'm gonna go to that realtor that's been sending me newsletters for, 100 years?
yeah. Well, what the thing is that you entertain them.